Hello students, today we discuss the continuation of ecosystem. In that one among the important functions in that ecosystem, that is decomposition. What is meant by decomposition? The process of changing of complex organic matter breakdown into simple inorganic material. This is we called as decomposition. So what is the raw material required for decomposition and all? That means the detritus material as a raw material for decomposition and all. What it contains? Detritus and detritus it contains related to dead and decaying material, especially death of the plants as well as animals and all. Along with this one, death of organic matter, dead of organic matter. Along with this that is the formation of fissile matter. The formation from fissile matter of the animals and all. This dead and decaying material, that is majorly the fissile matter of the animals as well as death of the plants and animals, and dead bodies of plants and animals, that is detritus material. This detritus material to convert, that is a complex form, to convert into the simple form. That is we called as decomposition. That is that process is called as decomposition and all. In this decomposition, what are the factors influence of this decomposition? Especially climatic factors, as well as chemical factor, as well as soil moisture and oxygen. These are the factors influence in the decomposition of this complex to the simple inorganic material and all. What are the climatic factor? The important climatic factor, that is temperature. Normally more than 25 degrees Celsius. Wherever more than 25 degrees Celsius, appropriate amount of moisture, then the rate of decomposition becomes very high. The temperature becomes more than, that means average and all. That means if it is exceed more than 40, 50, again it reduces in between 20 to 30 and all. Averagely 25 degrees and all. Then if it is present less than 10 degrees Celsius, the rate of decomposition becomes reduces and all. Then chemical factors. What are the important chemical factors? Act as a important role for conversion of complex into the simple inorganic material and all. In the chemical, especially water soluble sugars, it is present as a detritus material and all. So either sugars, either polyphenols or nitrates, if it is present, the rate of detritus action becomes very fastly and all. It takes place quickly. Similarly, if it is present, the chitinous as well as lignin. Chitin, lignin as a raw material present in detritus material, it reduces the process of decomposition, decrease the rate of decomposition and all. So that is important. Statement level of questions. What is the chemical material? It acts as an important role, whether it is the speeds up, whether it is the slows down, the rate of reactions and all. At least anyone remember chitin and lignin. It must be slows down the rate of reaction and all. Then soil moisture. If it is present very low soil moisture, the rate of reaction also very slow. If it low moisture, then the low decomposition process. If it is high, the rate of decomposition also it must be takes place. Then oxygen. Mostly decomposition process will be the oxygenated process. It is oxygenated or aerobic process. That is very important. Mostly decomposition is the aerobic process. Whenever anaerobiosis, it enters in that process, it inhibits that reaction curve. Anaerobiosis inhibits the decomposition process and all. That is important and all. But it is a aerobic process. These are the factors. Then what is the procedure? What is the procedure which acts as an important role and all? What is the procedure? What is the important procedure? First one is the fragmentation. In that fragmentation, detritivores, it converts complex organic matter into the simple inorganic material. Here, detritivores, it converts complex organic material into the simple inorganic material. Which type of organism we consider as the detrivorous organism? Detrivorous in that sense, like ticks, as well as invertebrate organism like earthworm. Then that carrion beetle. These are detrivores. These detrivores, it converts complex to the simple and all. At the time of conversion of this one, it releases, it add, these detrivores organism add certain growth substances. Whenever it add growth substances on detrivores and all, it stimulates the production, the increases the process, it stimulates the production, the process of the microbial action and all. So, detrivores indirectly stimulate the process, the action of microbial growth which are present on the soil. Approximately 1 gram of soil, it contains how many number of bacteria are present? That is 1 billion bacteria. 1 billion bacteria present, as well as 5 billion actinomycetes are present. Then 5 lakhs of paramecium are not only specific organism, that means protozoan organisms. If it is present maximum moisture under, there is aquatic organism, but normally more probably there is a protozoan organism, as well as 2 lakhs of the molds and different types of organism, the rest of the microorganism. This is average approximate in 1 gram, not maximum, 1 gram of soil only. This many number who will be stimulate maximum stimulation, maximum reproduction, as well as maximum increasing of microbes and retrievers. It adds the growth substance while stimulation of all these one. Whenever stimulate this one, these we call as decomposers. Decomposers act as an important role to break down that particular substances. Then it helpful for recycling process and all. That is then related to the next process, leaching and all. After conversion of complex to the simple and all, whatever water soluble, that simple material, simple inorganic and sugars, whatever simple inorganic material as well as sugars, it moves gravitational water. Along with the gravitational water, it also percolates, it also absorbs towards that soil and all. In this one, whatever inorganic salts, it precipitates the bottom of that is respectable of soil and all, but it is not at all utilized, it is not at all helpful, it is not at all used. So, unusing of inorganic salts precipitate the deeper layers of that particular soil and all. That is leaching and all. Then catabolism. Catabolism means decomposers. After conversion of this one, the decomposers, it converts the specific, the simple detritus organism, whatever simple detritus organism, the decomposers, still it converts into the specific type of the another substances and all. Here, for example, Pseudomonas, but in fragmentation detrivorous. But here catabolism, it helpful for bacteria, that is microbial organisms and all. In that Pseudomonas, it converts proteins, converts into ammonia as well as nitrogen substances. And another nitrogen substance, that's why the specific microorganism, the specific detritus material, it converts into the specific, that product are found and all. But for example, Pseudomonas, which are present in the soil bacteria, it converts the raw material of that is the proteins. Then automatically it converts such type of the product materials and all. That is catabolism and all. Then another process, humidification. Whatever I said just now and all, that the simple detritus material, detritus compound or matter and all, it converts dark color, it converts into the very dark color, such type of the substance, it must be modified and all. Dark color, that whatever simplified one, it converts into the dark color and all. Amorphide. So, amorphide, that dark color substance, it converts and all. So it is highly resistant. This process, dark color substances, it respectively we called as humus and all. It is highly resistant to the microorganism. That's why the rate of decomposition process becomes very slow whenever reach to the humus and all. But it is a source of minerals. That is important. Which type of the chemical act as a source of minerals into the soil? Humus act as a source of minerals into the soil and all. Because of it is present rich amount of minerals, rich amount of nutrients. Everything is present. Because of it is very slow. Because of high resistance and all. Then mineralization. So these are the process: fragmentation, leaching, catabolism, humidification, mineralization. This is the continuation process and all. In this process, mineralization means recycling. Recycling, that means the formation of minerals from that simple material and all. This is recycling of minerals, especially inorganic material and all. This is the process which converts into the very simple that specific type of inorganic material and all. Like in the form of water, that means in the form of water, in the form of calcium, in the form of magnesium, such type of materials, or in the form of nitrogen, in the form of phosphorus. Like that means different types of cyclic process it is. There is a carbon cycle, hydrogen cycle, oxygen cycle, sulfur cycle, phosphorus cycle, all these. That means whatever raw material, once again it converts into this one. So now say, what is the significance of decomposition? Does decomposition act as a vital role in this? Whatever dead bodies, without decomposition, it persists for a long period of time. With the help of decomposition, with the help of decomposers, as well as detrivorous organisms, it recycling. Without decomposition, there is no new formation of life and all. That is most important. Decomposition acts as a vital role to recycling of the minerals, recycling of inorganic salts and all. Without decomposition, no formation of new organisms and all. So that much vital role takes place into the decomposition and all. Then, what is meant by energy flow and all? How it takes place from one organism to another organism. What is meant by energy flow? Energy flow in ecosystem. It is most important what type of energy flow generally present in the any type of ecosystem. Energy flow always unidirectional. It is, but how? What is the important factors? It depends upon the energy flow from one level to another level. That means each and every step of food chain we call as trophic level and all. Each and every step of food chain is called as trophic level. Each and every level, how it must be flowing and all, it is always unidirectional. What are the factors influence of this energy flow and all? So it depends on latitude as well as atmospheric pollutants. And cloud formation. Then slope, the type of the slope and all. So these specific factors, it influence, it affect on the process and all, on the formation of the energy flow and all in any ecosystem and all. So based on these specific and all, averagely if we observe related to Britain, in that Britain 25,000 calories per square meters per year in that radiation energy per year and all. Similarly, in one among the area of in our country, Varanasi, that is 75,000 calories per square centimeter per year, the radiation energy. whatever radiation energy which comes from sunlight, in that one, very less amount of energy it absorbable. Very minimum amount of energy it utilized and all. Very less amount of energy only it conserved and all. So in that one, what about rest of this one day? It becomes in the form of temperature, in the form of heat. It becomes evaluated and all. It becomes eliminated and all. Based on this one, what about in grassland? In that radiant energy, in grassland, 1.15%, that is conserving energy. Conserving radiant energy, whatever the plants are present, which are present in grassland and all. Then, in Savarna region, 0.9% and all. Then, mixed forest area. In this mixed forest area, 0.81% is present and all. Then related to moderate crops, 5%, sugarcane 10 to 20%. So the conserving, the absorbing maximum amount of radiant energy, when you compare to all these one, maximum sugarcane plants, it has capacity 10 to 20% of that conserving energy and all. But this energy from one trophic level to another trophic level gradually decline. That is most important. The energy, why? Because maximum it becomes decimated. Maximum energy it becomes decimated. That means in the form of heat. It lost in the form of heat and all. But from one trophic level to another trophic level, the energy flow becomes declined. From one trophic level to another, it becomes a decline. Why? Because during energy releasing and all. Why? Because due to energy releasing, respiration acts as an important role. At the time of respiration, energy will be released. Less amount of energy utilized for various metabolic activity. Maximum energy it must be liberated in the form of heat, decimated. Maximum it must be lost and all. From one trophic level to another trophic level, frequently it decline and all. It reduces and all. For this one, for example purpose, that is producers and herbivores, carnivores at primary, carnivores at secondary, carnivores at tertiary, different levels and all. That means T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Many different levels and all. In this level, the flow of energy gradually decreases and all. Suppose in producers it is present 10,000 kilocalories. In herbivores it is present 1,000 kilocalories. In carnivores 100 kilocalories. In that second level 10 kilocalories. In last level 1 kilocalories. Like that gradually it declines from one level to another level. Maximum amount of energy it must be present in the form of decimated. Rest of the energy it must be utilized for various metabolic activities and all. Only few amount of energy only it transmit from one level to the another level and all. Like this manner and all. Rest of the energy it must be decimated and all. So related to these different types of levels, it must be taken. What is the commonly present in that respectful of energy flow and all? Here it is present producers as well as consumers and all. Here commonly we observe producers as well as consumers. Producers means autotrophs which prepare their own food material with the help of chlorophyll at the presence of photosynthetic active radiation. In the less amount of energy utilized, rest of the energy it decimated and whatever herbivore it must eat as a food material by the plants and all. Similarly, producers are eaten by the consumers in that level 1, level 2, level 3, like that so on. Like that continuously it will be takes place and all. While taking from one level to another level, the energy flow gradually it must be declared and all. What happened? Remaining it must be flow off. What about remaining for various metabolic activities and all? Similarly, in this specific trophic level, one specific type of the food material. So different types of species present one trophic level. It decimated. That means it disperses regarding related to similar food habit. Some of the organisms grazing, some of the organisms nectar of the flower. Like this, in one trophic level, different types of the species. Even though similar type of food material, variously it must be taken as a source of food material. That process, that procedure we call as this one, grid and all. That is we call as a grid and all. What is it by grid? Here grid means different types of the species present in one trophic level according to in its food habit. According to its food habit, that means grazing, that means nectaring, like that various food it must be taken and all. That process, that procedure commonly we call as grid and all. So these particular things we represent here very simple and easy and very important for exam point of view. In energy flow, always decline from one trophic level to another trophic level. This is best example. Many times they ask related to this specific type and all. In this one, producers in the trophic level 1, then related to herbivores, that is trophic level 2, then carnivores, that is the primary level, secondary type and tertiary type. In this one, from here to there, the energy it must be flowing and all. Energy flowing from producers to, from this how it energy it will become out? Solar radiation. From solar radiation it will become. Then rest of the energy, upward direction, it indicates in the form of heat or decimated, rest of the energy dissipated. Remaining only it must be moving. This is the carnivorous, primary carnivorous, secondary carnivorous, tertiary carnivorous. In this one, the energy here detritus as well as decomposer, detritus digestion as well as decomposer organisms, both are present. Actually, either plants directly, herbivores directly, here related to dual direction. Here also dual direction. Here also related to dual direction. So, like this, it is moving and all. Here once again, here this is the wastage of material. So very simple. What I said just now, the decomposition under from one level to another level, it gradually changing of energy under after death with the help of digestion of detritivores as well as decomposers, whatever detritus material. Once again, whatever waste material, whatever inorganic, once again it enter into the plants. Suppose without decomposition, then there is no plants, there is no availability. Without plants, there is no consumers and all. That means no new life will be formed and all. Even the energy flow, whatever it may be, any one specific period of time, the organism it must be dies. Another very important one, in parasitic organisms, there is no specific food chain. There is no specific trophic level in parasites and all. So related to the parasitic organisms. Parasitic organisms like aphids as well as ticks, mites, mosquito, leeches, such type of organism, there is no specific trophic level in food chain. That's why these are regarding related to, there is no specific way, because what type of food material it must be taken, we don't know, whether it is that plant material, whether it is animal material, whether it is directly or indirectly, we don't know. But another, which type of trophic level normally we consider as a T6 level and all. Up to here T5, whatever detritus material, this is, it represents T6 material. The detritus, the digestion of detrivores, as well as decomposition, decomposers and all, that means microbial and all. So T6 level, very important, that is the detrivorous organism as well as decomposers organism. But there is no role, there is no any specific trophic level, this type of the parasitic organisms and all. So very important and very simple, the energy flow from one trophic level to another trophic level, it must be reduces because of maximum energy, it must be decimated, even the plants also. Okay, remaining we discuss in next video.